Like in the new shoe wall. It's looking nice.
You're looking good, man. Great job. Let's go. Let's go work. Let's go, Jacob. There you go. Keep pushing the whole way. Come on, man. Let's go. Leave it all out there. Come on, Jacob. Let's go, Jacob. Great work.
So, last week, Saturday, was the Michigan Triathlon State Championships. That was the race you just saw. And I came in second, won the high school age group at 16 years of age. Coming into the race, I expected the competition to be pretty good, and it was. There were a lot of solid collegiate guys there. Unfortunately, the U of M varsity team did not pull up, but there were still a good amount of guys, even from out of state, coming in to race. So there were a lot of fast people and a lot of fast girls, actually. That's what surprised me the most, is that the girls' side was super, super competitive, so I don't envy the people who had to compete with that. The swim was a time trial start, which means that not everybody starts all together. The time trial start really makes the race a lot more confusing, because you can be beating somebody, coming in front of them at the finish, but actually be losing them because they started behind you. So this really shifts the focus, I think, from running for place and running to win towards running for your best possible time. In the swim, I felt very solid, felt very good form, and stuck with a good pack. But it was a little confusing as well, because we were coming up through the back end of the Olympic race. It was a 2-loop course for the Olympic people and a 1-loop course for us. So we were catching people at the end of their second lap. Coming out of the water, I was in 7th place, got on my bike, headed onto the course, and it ended up being much more bumpy and hilly than expected. It had rained a lot in the morning, and the course was both wet and pretty slippery, so pushing good power and cornering well was pretty difficult. Luckily, there were only 4 corners on the entire course, so we were staying in aero for the majority of the time. But I definitely felt the tires slipping a little bit on those climbs, as there was quite a bit of elevation, especially for Michigan. There's a lot of just rollers that were really getting you out of your comfort zone and kind of keeping you from getting into a good state. Coming off the bike, I was around 4th place and really knew that I was in a pretty solid position. Got my shoes on and was feeling good until we hit this super steep, long climb out of T1, which really just made me want to die. After that, we hit a solid, flat portion of cement where we were kind of ripping through, and after that, we hit this pretty terrible 2 or 3 miles of trail. And this trail was super, super windy, super hilly, and very technical, especially since, again, it had rained earlier, and that rain was really just making it rough for us. Chasing the 3rd place guy through about a mile into the trails and caught him at the base of a hill, dropped him on the hill, and was just following 2nd place as I took 2nd in the last mile or so of pavement at the very end. Ended up being a long run course, so about 3.6 to 3.7, as it was a high school championship, so it's a sprint distance, and came in long grassy downhill at the end. It was really giving off cross-country vibes. Long downhill into the chute, and finished in second overall male. So overall, I felt pretty solid. It wasn't my best day of performance, and some things definitely could have been executed better. My gut was really fighting me on the run, especially with the trails, a lot of up and down and moving around. So there were definitely things that I can improve in the future, but overall, an okay day for me turned out to be enough to get second in the state. Thank you boys for watching. I hope you liked the quick recap. I'll try and get more of my races in the future. Don't settle, bro. I love you.